Welcome to Most Voices, the double interviews on themostway.eu. We are discussing today about the connection between America and Europe, and we have the pleasure to discuss it with, on the right-hand side, with Amsz, that is honorary chairman of Omnitrans Corporation, that's an important forwarder in US, and with Thomas Avila, that's Secretary General of Panama Maritime Authority. So, 3 questions, 30 seconds of answers, and that's that. First question for you, Herman, is extension of Panama Canal and EU-USA trade treaty. In your view, which is the most important driver for the future evolution of deep sea container transport market?
I think the extension of the
Panama
Canal is certainly important because more than a quarter of the imports are coming from China. And this will particularly be important for the East Coast, since the mega carriers up to 14,000 or 15,000 TEUs will be able to come up the East Coast without having to discharge on the West Coast and going by train. The treaty with Europe is certainly also important and will be beneficial for the increase in trade between Europe and the United States.
Thomas, what's your opinion on that?
Well, I think that one of the main drivers within the years to come is, of course, the expansion of the Panama Canal. The trade balance is going to be different from what we are used to today. We're thinking or we're looking at vessels that are going to be 3 times the size of those that are Panamaxes. So the volumes are going to be different. Now, there's something that also has to be taken into consideration, is that with the expanded canal, of course, the U.S. will be able to export their LNG to Asia. That's a huge new market for the U.S. And the Panama Canal is going to facilitate that trade for the U.S. because at this time it's not profitable if they use Suez. They need to use the Panama Canal, and that's going to be April 2016.
That is clear. It's important also to underline the LNG issues around that. Okay. So Thomas, again for you, connecting America to Europe, which are the needs to do it, the requirements to do it effectively?
Well, right now what's happening is that each country in the Americas is trying their best to be able to put on board Europe-going vessels of their products. Now, it's not done the most appropriate way or the most efficient way, because not all countries have the same trade balance. So what we need as, let's say, as a conglomerate in Mesoamerica, which is the countries of Central America plus Colombia, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic, is to be able to trade among ourselves and then be able to consolidate and export products to Europe in a very efficient manner. Mostly, of course, it's agricultural products that we do, and again, most of the countries do the same thing, the same products. But the thing is that, in our view, it's not efficient enough.
Okay, thanks, Herman. What's your opinion about connecting Europe and US? How to do it effectively?
Well, I think, as I mentioned before, the treaty between the United States and Europe will certainly help to increase exports. It will also depend on the value of the euro in relation to the US dollar. Right now it seems the euro is pretty stable, but yet it has decreased in value vis-a-vis the dollar during the last 2 years, actually. And I think this will help. Well, it will hurt a little bit the exports, but I think it will I'm sorry, it will help the exports since the Europeans can purchase at lower prices. And I think also the fuel prices should keep the ocean freights relatively stable.
Stable, and okay,
That will help the exports as well.
Thanks. Last question, again for you, Herman, is looking a bit to the future. Is there any project or initiative you are looking for in relation to have a better connection between US and Europe? Something specific you dream of?
Well, I think it will depend on the outcome of our national elections next year. And nobody knows who is going to be the candidate on either side, but the Democrats, it looks like it might be Hillary Clinton. On the Republican side, it's a completely different story. So I think
it's really politically
on the
effective.
administration, what they are going to do.
It's politically effective. And Thomas, what about Panama? Are you looking for what projects are you looking for or dreaming on concerning connecting Europe?
Well, the beauty of our situation is that our next elections are 2019, so we can work. I'm with the government, so we have some time to work. We would like to learn more on the IT platform that's being used by MOS, so that we can see if, to some extent, how much we can implement it. Of course, that main idea is that if you guys in Europe are doing it regionally, and we can do it in Central and South America regionally as well, with similar IT products that can talk to them together.
Yeah.
Then it would be easier. It has to be easier to integrate or to be able to send vessels to Europe with our products, because you know what's coming in and we have it prepared, the same way as you do. And I think that will really save time. So that's something that we might be asking for some cooperation in the future.
Thanks a lot to both of you. I think there is food to, let's say, to go for initiative and projects from connecting Europe and America in general, Americas in general. Thanks a lot, and follow us on www.onthemostway.eu, and see you on the next Most Views.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.